Bostonian on July 18th of that year, standing all men and women.
All right, so I'm now standing right here, right near the site of the Boston Massacre. There's actually a placard right here, but apparently it was actually out there in the intersection, but they moved it. So March 5th, 1770, colonists confronted British troops right here in this area over, rising tensions over taxes and enforcing on what they felt was unjust laws. Colonists started getting angry, started pelting snowballs and rocks at them, and they opened fire, killing 5 colonists. So apparently 2 of them were convicted. Their charges were dropped from murder to manslaughter, and they received the punishment of being branded on their hand. So apparently, when I just heard, that was what the coin caught red-handed is from. And so this is the site of the Boston Massacre. So the next stop will be a few years later when we get down to the Boston Tea Party. So we'll see you there. And here we are at the Old South Meeting House. Right here, December 16th, 1773. Gathering inside this space here to protest the taxes, British on the tea. There it is right there. Colonists came together, came out here.
Excuse me.
Chanting no taxation without representation. And then they took themselves and they marched straight on down to the Boston Harbor, over to the Boston Tea Party. So we're gonna see if we can walk around in here. I think you gotta pay to do it though. But now we're gonna zip on down to the Boston Harbor. Yeah. All right, so we're actually inside of the Old South Meeting. I'm whispering because there's a guy doing some stuff over here, but this is where the colonists actually met right before they went to the Boston Harbor, which was actually I believe Griffiths Harbor right now. It's changed. You'll see it in a second when we go there. But yeah, there's a lot of history in here. A lot of history in Boston, period. Like so much. I believe this is this? No, that's not it. Where's the Old North Church? It's the Old South Church. We want the Old North Church. Old North Church, number 74. Where's 74 at? Is that it right there? There it is right there. There's the Old North Church right there with the one if by land, two if by sea right there. Where Paul Revere saw the lanterns lit. You guys saw that, you guys will see that, I believe, later in this video. I'm sort of recording these out of order a little bit, so I'm gonna have to chop them together. But this is before that, yeah, so you guys will see that later on the video. But yeah, let's walk around here for a little bit. They have a library. That's a meeting house. All right, now we've got like I think 15 or so minute walk to the actual Boston Harbor where all the magic happened. So see you guys there. And there we go right here. Here formerly stood Griffiths Wharf. Now it does not look like it used to back then. There's been a lot of changes around to this area, so looks nothing like it, but this is the place where the Boston Tea Party took place. A bunch of angry colonists said, you know what, man, I'm tired of paying all these taxes on this damn tea. So they marched from that building that we came from, the old State House that we showed you, and they came here and they threw the tea into the harbor. There's like a museum over here at the other bridge that you can go to, right over there. If you want to go check some of that out, they have like a reenactment over there. They dressed like, according to history, they dressed like Indians. They came to here. They cut the harbor's master lock on the gate, and they threw the tea in the harbor. And then they went and they purchased another lock for the harbor master, and they gave it to him and said, "Hey man, sorry we cut your lock. There you go." So there sits right here. I wonder if some of it's still down in here. Like, did they dredge and did they pick all those boxes of tea up out of the harbor? Did they get it all, or is there still some old boxes? What do you think?
Huh?
What do you think? Do you think there's still some boxes of tea down there, or do you think they got it all?
I think it's all drank.
Think it's all drank? You don't think there's like wooden crates down there still with tea in it? You think that's why? You think that's why it's this color, because of all the tea they threw in there, and it's all steeped?
Green tea.
Yeah, I don't know. But there you go. So our next trip is going to be a little bit further into the actual, the nitty gritty, the blood and bones, so as to say, of the American Revolution. So that will be the next stop on the Freedom Trail, as you would say it. Now, I didn't see an actual Freedom Trail marker for this place. We were following one and it was taking us the wrong way, and then we looked at another one, but I didn't see a physical Freedom Trail marker because we came up from this way, up that way. Maybe there's one that takes you this way, but I still didn't see one. So maybe this isn't technically a stop on the Freedom Trail, because as you can see, there's nothing on the ground out here either. So I don't know if they leave this out, maybe let you do it yourself. But I mean, it's kind of an important thing out from that old state building straight to here, because that's pretty important. That's like one of the pinnacle events that led up to it. So we will get to the next stop. For you, it's going to be like a second. For me, it'll be a little bit. So here we go. And here we are, the Old North Church, right here in Boston. One of the most important events that led up to the American Revolution here. The infamous "One if by land, two if by sea." So inside that tower, right up there, was a militiaman, just waiting to see where the British were coming, if by land or if by sea. He lit 2 lanterns, stuck them up top, so that way they could be seen by Paul Revere. Were him and a couple others. I'll let you do the research on that one, so that way you can discover some more names in the Revolutionary history. It wasn't just him that did the midnight ride of Paul Revere. There were others. But he took off towards Concord to warn Samuel Adams and John Hancock of the coming of the British Army. So let's go meet Mr. Paul Revere. Now, if you're looking at the church right here in the front, which is right there, come this way. You turn down this alley right here. I don't know how safe it is. Maybe at night you might not want to do it, but right now it's relatively safe. And you follow this way, which there are no markers that I see for the Freedom Trail, so I don't know if this is officially on the Freedom Trail. I think maybe it's on the backside over there. But this was the after hours, because the Old North Church is actually officially closed right now. So I came around this way to get here. But if you follow this way through this alley, and you turn this corner here, and you follow down this alleyway right here, you will come to the actual official entrance of the Old North Church, which is right here. This is the backside. As you can see right here, the Old North Church. You can tour it. You can do tours here. There's a QR code right there. If you want to screenshot that, get some more information. But they are closed right now. I think they were doing one last tour through there, and then I came up over there because I went around, and then boom. But here we go. You can't really see the tower from here. It's behind the trees. But if you turn this way, look right there. There is a statue of none other than Mr. Paul Revere. Now, I believe this might be the Freedom Trail. I think this might be a marker on the Freedom Trail. Now, for you nerds out there, that is also the place where the Minutemen are hiding in a fallout.
Another settlement has sent word that they need our help. Here's where they are.
So yeah, if you guys are Fallout fans and you remember that, you're hiding in the basement, then yeah, leave a comment down below. Here we go. We're following it. I believe this is it. I think this is it. To the statue of one Mr. Paul Revere. Now, he gets a lot of credit. Actually, no. Yeah. Here we go. He gets a lot of credit for being the one that warned the militia that the British were coming. And there we go, right there. The Old North Church in the background. Look at that right there. That is an awesome picture. Let me do this so you can see it. There we go. Or can I tap the screen? There we go. Look at that. Awesome. But there were other people involved. So I urge you to look into that and check out the other people that are involved. But Mr. Paul Revere is galloping his way towards Lexington Concord, going to warn the militiamen. So let's zip right off to the first official shot of the American Revolution in Lexington at the Battle Green. And now we're brought here to the Lexington Battle Green, right here where the official first shot of the American Revolution happened. Here's the monument for it right here. The sacred liberty and the rights of mankind, where the Sons of Liberty were hiding out, Mr. Samuel Adams and John Hancock, where the British troops came from Boston to here to capture Mr. Samuel Adams and Mr. John Hancock, but they were met with colonialist militia. Mr. Robert Monroe, Jonas Parker, Samuel Hadley, Jonathan Harrington, Isaac Muzzy, Caleb Harrington, and John Brown of Lexington, as well as Ashiel Porter, Woburn. They all fell on this field right here, the first victims of the actual American Revolution, 19th of April, 1775. Now, some say shot heard around the world actually happened about, I think, a few miles away from here at the Old North Bridge in Concord. But this is the actual first shot. Now, no one knows who actually fired the first shot. All they know is this is where the first shot was. When the British came, they were warned, of course, by Mr. Paul Revere and others. He doesn't get all the credit. There are some others. I'm going to let you do the research on that one, so that way you can uncover the little bit of the truth on that one. But Paul Revere does get the credit for it. But right here it is. And this is it. History. Right here. This is the reason why I am not, people here are the reason why I'm not speaking with a British accent right now. So now I think we're going to go off to the place that gets the credit for the term shot heard around the world at the Old North Bridge in Concord, which is a little bit away. So with that, I'm going to zip there now. So for me, it's going to be about 15 minutes. For you guys, it's going to be pretty instant. So here we go. And here we are now at the start place here, the Old North Bridge, Minuteman National Park. So you can check like right around here. These are some of the areas here that you can visit. Here's the Lexington Green right here, and then the Old North Bridge right here. Boom. So we're going to actually head to the site right here where the shot heard around the world took place. So there's a little parking lot right there, and it's a little walk path that comes straight down here. Now it is raining. It is raining right now. So I'm not actually getting wet right now because of the trees. As you can see, it's nice little trees here. But it was actually a little bit of a drive. It was about a 14-minute drive for me. It was like 7 miles. So I could imagine marching. I mean, I guess 7 miles isn't that much, but marching straight from the Lexington Battle Green at 5 a.m. after just having a little bit of a skirmish, and then coming down here. There's a nice little town back that way with some old things you can check out. Well, some old architecture here. Of course, old relatively, United States isn't necessarily that old. But here we are right here. The Old North Bridge. 19th of April, 1775 was made the first forceful resistance to British aggression. On the opposite banks to the American militia, here stood the invading army on this spot. First of the enemy fell in the war of that revolution which gave independence to these United States. In gratitude to God and the love of freedom, this monument was erected in 1836. So this monument itself is almost 200 years old. And as we see here, here's a grave to the British soldiers. They came 3,000 miles and died to keep the past upon its throne. Unheard beyond the ocean tide, their English mother made her moan. April 19th, 1775. Here's some benches here you can come sit at. Now, the British soldiers fired a warning shot into this river right here. And across here, we have a monument to the actual militiamen. Now, of course, this isn't the original bridge. You know, it's been rebuilt. This definitely looks like some Blair Witch stuff. I hope you guys are enjoying this video, actually. It's a little different than what I normally do. I don't normally do history videos like this. You know, like I've done the oldest pubs, things like that in England, but normally don't, you know, do full-on history things like this. So like I said, I hope you guys are enjoying it. If you are, make sure you like and subscribe. And here we have right here. By the rude bridge that arched the flood, their flag to April's breeze unfurled. Here once the embattled farmer stood and fired the shot heard round the world. Right there. We got some flowers sitting right there. So man, it's kind of cool to sit, you know, to be able to stand right here where like the domino of history. 1775, 1875. So I wonder if this was, there's no way this was erected in 1875, was it? No. Comment down below if you know what year this was actually erected. Because it says that one was erected in, you know, 1800s. Was this erected at the same time? Because this looks much newer. Looks a lot nicer. Maybe it was redone. But there's some trails that go through here. As you can see there. There's some trails that go through the entire, I believe it wraps all the way around, right around there. And there are a lot of stops along the way. Like I passed a whole lot of stuff, the capture spot of Paul Revere. There were so many different things to do along here. So if you are a history buff, I will have to say that I am quite impressed, I guess, by New England. I did not realize there was so much history in here, you know, like I always kind of knew the history of the United States, but I never really paid attention to it, I guess you would say. Like, you know, Boston Tea Party, Midnight Ride of Paul Revere, all the things that I kind of showed you in this video. It never really clicked to me that it was all sort of in one area. You know what I mean? Like, it's kind of crazy to think that I within about a 30, 45-minute ride of each other, there was so much stuff that happened in one area that was, you know, was the catalyst of the American Revolution that, you know, birthed this great country. But that's where I'm going to leave you guys. So like I said, I hope you really enjoyed this. This is way different. If I was historically inaccurate in any of this, politely comment down below and correct me. Because in my little bit of research that I was doing for this video, just to kind of dig a little tiny bit deeper, those are the things that I found out. So if I am wrong, don't be a jerk. Just comment down below. Correct me. Not a big deal. I'll admit when I'm wrong. But that's all I got for you guys. So as always, trip it ain't easy, but a show is fun.